All right, so I'm coming for my own personal bunker. Yeah, I haven't gone the match today, but I just watched it on Sky. A game where neither side could afford to lose, and neither side have. Everton won, Spurs won. Goal from Dele Alli early in the second half, and a goal very late on from Cenk Tosun in injury time. But we'll come on to that in just a minute. Looking at the game early on, first half we looked bright. Gomes very bright and on and off the ball along with Davis. Theo Walcott looking good. Um, definitely in the game. You know, we were the only side that had a shot on target in that first half. With I think it was through Richarlison. He had a shot on. Luca Dean putting in plenty of assists and looking sharp as well. Yerry Mina, we've got to keep this lad fit. You know, there's times there where you think he'll just fit into this side so well, and he does. You know, I think he linked up well with Mason Holgate in the first half. Booing at half time, I don't quite get that, to be honest with you. But you know, that's obviously people are seeing more, maybe more than I am, and I'm wondering, you know, there's a reason to boo, but I didn't think so. Maybe more the performance from the referee, which we'll get onto for the second half. So yeah, going into the interval 1-1, still, you know, anyone's game. I thought if Everton were going to throw this away, it was going to be by a cheap penalty, and it looked so very early on in that second half when Mina tripped over Son. He tripped over his own feet and he's gone down and he's bumbled over. Why that took 3.5 minutes to decide, I just do not know. You know, and that was just the first of the mad VAR decisions. You've got to get VAR right. You can't be having 3-4 minutes of wasted time, players standing around. That's how injuries happen. You know, players getting cold, standing around again and waiting for the decision to be made. But, you know, this is a reason why I end up on fan denials. Because VAR's shit. I've had just about enough of it. And it's not just over that penalty decision there. The penalty decision later on. You know, if that's not a clear and obvious handball, what is? I'm sorry, there needs to be a proper clarification on that. Because to me, that's a handball from Dele Alli. And a clear chance, for Everton to get back in the game. But looking back to the penalty decision as well, the first one, the Mina on Son, only Everton could have a VAR situation be viewed, stopped, the decision given, and then viewed again. I mean, fucking hell, sort it out, lads. You're having a laugh. Just because you got a new angle, 3 minutes later. You can't be doing that. You're just wasting, you're wasting everyone's time. You're putting delays in the game that aren't necessary. You need to be doing much more. Which, 12 minutes of added time today. And 8 of those minutes were based on 2 VAR decisions, the substitutions, and then obviously I'm absolutely sick over this. The injury to Andre Gomes. It's horrific. Son tried to do him earlier, like a minute before, and we got caught out then. He had to go, but Jesus Christ, that injury to Andre Gomes, even Coleman knew exactly what had happened. I don't really want to talk about it because it was graphic. It was on the telly, and it wasn't a nice sight. He's gone straight to hospital now. Andre Gomes, from everyone at Grand Old Team and Falcon Blues, mate, we wish you all the best and a speedy recovery. Son had to go. I'm sorry. I'm not even. I know he was gutted, but the first tackle was enough, and then the second one is just it is cynical, but there's absolutely no fucking need for it. So Gomez's foot's been caught his studs are being caught on the ground, and they didn't really replay it on Sky, which I'm grateful for, to be honest. I'm really grateful that they didn't, because I really didn't want to see that again. So that was another 3.5 minutes. So we ended up with 12 additional minutes of added time, unnecessarily. I think if anything, the Gomez injury gives you 4 minutes, and the substitutes throughout gives you maybe 3 minutes, something like that. 12 minutes because of 2 stupid VAR decisions, but it's almost in a way I'm grateful for that, because the goal didn't come until the 96th minute from Cenk Tosun. Great header. Yerry Mina again, being heavily involved in the game, launches a ball in, first time ball in from Luca Dean for Cenk Tosun to get in front of Calvert-Lewin as well. and it's a great header, and you know full well that it was for it's for Gomes, but I'm frustrated more than anything because it's stupid decisions, it's refereeing, it's Everton in general as well. We make enemies, make ourselves our own worst enemy. You even look at the Dele Alli goal, and you go, we could have done better. You see Holgate could have done better, Mina could have done better. But I also think for Mina, because of that VAR decision, he hasn't lunged in, and Holgate probably thought the same, because it's like, well, I think Mina's just stuck a leg out behind himself, where normally he probably would have tried to get in front of Dele Alli for that, and he's allowed himself to be ghosted past, and it's a good goal from Ali, it is, but I just think Everton have just made it more and more difficult for ourselves, just particularly from where it stemmed from, which was a silly mistake and a silly pass from Iwobi. We start cutting out them, we'll be all right, but the position that we're in now is, it's a point, but it's a very precarious position that we see ourselves in at the moment. And at the moment, I don't see a way out of it. It's hopefully that draw today is a catalyst to say, okay, well, we were unbeaten on Tuesday night against Watford. We've now gone in against a team that should be beaten as at a counter, which they have done in recent seasons. And okay, well, it was Spurs. We've had a good result against Spurs. I think everyone's going to be pretty rocked by the injury to Andre Gomes as well, which is a big shame. I'm out of words, to be honest with you. I just think I'm more wound up over VAR again, and if I end up on fan denials again, lads, give us a sponsor, but all right, we're just gonna have to see how the next games take us now. I don't know what his plans are. I'd probably see Morgan Schneiderlin coming into this side again, alongside Tom Davis, maybe with Fabian Delph. I don't know. I think we'll have to just wait and see how the next week goes. Hopefully Andre's isn't as bad as it looks. We know he's not coming back this season. He's out for the rest of the year, unfortunately. So I think we just gotta have to wait and see what our plans are. Hopefully come January we can make some moves in the transfer market and plug that gap, really, because Gomes for the last few games has been one of our best players. He's been performing really well. So we'll leave it at that. There's going to be other fan reactions from the rest of the guys. Paul's down at Goodison now with a few of the lads. I'm sure Adam will jump on later on. We'll try and have a moan in maybe sometime in the week, because I'm sure it's going to be pretty raw the next few days for a few people. If me and Paul can do that, we'll jump on. But until then, make sure give us your comments down below. I think there's going to be plenty of discussion. Not just for VAR, but the Gomes tackle, the handball, and Dele Alli. There's plenty of talking points here. So let's hear all your comments. Also, make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel, to Grand Old Team TV, and also to the Falcon Blues TV, which me and Paul really appreciate as well. If you can get to 1,000 by the end of the year, we'll be buzzing, because that'll be like 18 months job done, exactly where we need it to be. But until then, like we say, like and subscribe. Keep your comments coming. Keep subscribing to the channels and up the toffees, and I'll catch you soon. See you in a bit. Ta-ra.